Hello and welcome to another edition of The Scoop. I'm Jim Luff, and joining me today is my friend Kyle Brown, owner of My Bakersfield Printer, a unique printing company delivering a world of choice. Kyle launched his successful business in 2005. Welcome to The Scoop, Kyle.
Thank you so much for having me. This is a blast.
Well, I think it's always fun when I get to interview my real, actual friends as part of my
Yep.
work duties, and
Into your
we've been
house.
friends for a long time. I don't even know how long we've been friends.
I had hair.
I had more hair, uh,
Yeah, you did.
and I weighed a lot more when we met.
Yeah,
So still working on that, but
yeah.
I think it's been 25, 30 years at least that we've
I
known
think
each
about
other.
30, yeah. Close to 30.
So, I love that we're able to do business together. And,
Yes.
I said at the top of the program, you are with Bakersfield Printer, My Bakersfield Printer.
Yep.
And obviously, the world knows what a printer does. You print, but Kyle has a very unique business that has promotional products of all different types. Basically, in my world, I don't know if you feel the same way, Kyle, but I feel like if it can be printed on something, Kyle's the man that can do it, whether it's a coffee
That's
cup
true.
or you need fiber board, foam board. Um, I don't know about a sign for your business, but I think you can do any kind of sign, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because the thing is I do some stuff in-house, like flyers and posters, and I even do banners in-house and programs, mailing services, all kinds of stuff. But we have outside partners that we work with, and we've done metal signs, like parking signs, and we've done promotional products, like golf bags you see back here, and mugs, and I mean, the sky is the limit on the things that can be done.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there are times, folks. In a minute, we're going to talk about some funny money, but we're going to talk
Mhm.
about there are times that we are setting up to go to a trade show, and giving a product away is a good way to lure people into your business. But at the same time, you don't want to be handing out janky products that
No.
people don't use or that fall apart the day after they buy them, because then it leaves the business with a bad connotation of you,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, those are the ones that gave me the tote bag that the strap broke off of the first time I used it."
Yeah.
So my point is, many times I will go to Kyle before we go to a trade show and say, "Kyle, what's hot? What are people giving away this year?" And things change from year to year. I mean, one year it might be baseball caps, the next year it might be some other type of novelty item, but Kyle is always great at providing great recommendations for us. And now let's talk about that funny money, because I know you have some on your desk there, Kyle.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to a trade show where we had our Chosen Payments brand, you remember us handing out $100 bills, just like Kyle's holding there, that I'm telling you, folks, they look like the real thing. The only thing different is instead of our president of the United States, we have the president of our company or whoever you want to put in there. And you can do color, you can do black and white. But I
Yep.
had so much fun with those $100 bills, Kyle, because I would take them and drop them on the floor in front of our booth. And
Oh yeah.
inevitably, somebody walking by would either pick it up and A, try to put it in their pocket real quick and keep walking, or B, do the honest thing and say, "Hey, did somebody drop $100 bill?" Giving me the perfect opportunity to say,
Yep.
"Hey, how would you like it if I put $100 bill in your pocket?" I can do that by saving you money in your credit card processing. We'll put that
Yeah.
same 100 back in your pocket. I'm telling you, it works great. Kyle, I know you also run a casino business.
Yep.
We're not here to talk about that, but let's
No.
talk about that for a minute.
So
Go ahead.
a lot of fundraisers, birthday parties, you name it. There's all kinds of celebrations out there. And so we bring out the blackjack and craps and poker and roulette and wheel of fortune and bingo and pie gow and just all the different games. And then everybody who comes to the game gets a $500 bill. And just like Vegas, they go up and they play and they have fun. And then they turn in all their chips and then they win prizes. So it's a lot of fun. It's very Vegas-esque feel because you're playing with chips and on a real table and all that kind of stuff, and you win prizes, but you don't lose any money. That's the beauty.
Yes, I have actually attended events that Kyle
Yep.
produced. A holiday party
Yep.
where honestly a simple rental hall is
Yeah.
transformed into a casino,
Yeah.
and you feel like you're in Vegas or Laughlin or Atlantic City or
Or whatever.
wherever
Yeah.
you want to be. Now, I know, Kyle, that your business name contains the name of Bakersfield, which is, of
Yes.
course, where you launched your business. But I happen to know for a fact that Aurora Payments uses you all over the
Yep.
country.
Yep.
So, folks, don't let the Bakersfield thing throw you off.
No.
Kyle can provide anything you need anywhere in the nation. Go
Yes,
ahead, Kyle.
absolutely. So yeah, we've done stuff for Aurora Payments. We've done stuff for movie studios. We've done stuff for some of the bigger companies, that are nationwide, but they call us because of a few things. One, I answer the phone, which I know is kind of a unique thing. You pick up the phone even on a Saturday or a Sunday, I'll answer the phone and work with you on getting these products to you. It really is starts with a conversation, just like everything. We talk about what somebody wants. What is the purpose of what you're doing? Are you out at a trade show? Are you trying to attract attention? Are you trying to offer a good giveaway? What is it you're doing? And then, of course, we can handle all the products and get it shipped right to you or where you're going if you're doing a trade show.
Now, let's talk about that. Let's talk about shipping for a minute. Not really
Mhm.
true shipping, but mailing. I know that our company uses you for
Yes.
direct mail pieces.
Yep.
So, if somebody wants to mail out 5,000 pieces,
Mhm.
I know that you offer service, but I don't know, like, do you provide the addresses or do we provide that, or how does that all work?
Actually, either one. Depends. Like if you have a client list, okay, and we do full service, which means you send me an Excel file with a list of where you want these mailed to, and you send me one via email, a PDF or whatever. This is what I want mailed out. We can take it from as simple as that, address the envelopes, stamp the envelopes, drop it in the mail, to as complicated as we can print a postcard with individual unique graphics. Like we do one for a bridal association, our bridal association. And so when we mail this postcard and it goes out to a caterer, it has a picture of catering. And it goes out to a baker, it has a picture of a cake. And a gown shop, it has a picture of a wedding gown. And every one of those postcards is uniquely, the content is unique. So it'll say something like our bridal show's coming up and brides and grooms are going to be looking for the perfect caterer to feed their guests for their event. Where will you be? So simple as that, but it's geared towards their service. And I don't have to do all these different things. I can actually do one print run and it puts it all in there and it tracks it and QR code. I'm just the options are unlimited. And then we just, like I said, we drop it in the mail and get it to the
Yeah.
client.
I love it, and I know that our company uses you regularly for that kind of
Yep.
thing. And I know that in the past it's been a couple years, but
Yep.
I know one time that we decided that we wanted to send coffee cups to
Yep.
a bunch of very special merchants, and we wanted a special message put into each coffee cup
Yep.
package, and we contracted with Kyle's company to do that.
Yep.
So I'm telling you, folks, if you need something printed, if you need a sign made, if you need it mailed out, if you need to connect with your customers, Kyle can help you do that. We are going to be
Yep.
putting up his email address and website address towards the end of the broadcast. But
Okay.
let's see. I have so many. Oh, what are some of the promotional products that you do carry other than the
Oh,
funny money that we've already
of
shown?
course, like I said, yeah, funny money, of course, is one of our unique products. We're actually the only ones who do the kind of funny money we do. But we also, of course, do your normal pens and mugs and water bottles. Pop sockets are kind of hot. Um, the fidget products. There's fidget spinners, which are kind of going out now, but now they have those little bubble pop fidgets. Things that you just fidget with that you can put your name on. Those are pretty hot. Koozies, dog water bowls. Of course, shirts and hats and trade show bags and but I mean, the sky is the limit. I mean, we have a catalog here that we send out, and I mean, obviously you can't really see everything in it, but that's just a very small. I mean, there's a million products, but in
Now,
fact,
that particular catalog is
yeah,
accessible online, right?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
All right,
you can find us on our website.
let's throw your website address right up here. We'll plug it in right there. So,
Yep,
folks, read that website address right there. Visit that. Check out all the products that Kyle has. Now,
yep,
they're Kyle talked about this for a moment about the selection process.
yeah,
Um, so I know that I've gone to Kyle in the past and just said, "Hey, Kyle, this is the kind of trade show we're working. This is the budget that I have." And then Kyle can help you with the actual selection of your product
right,
and recommend these fidget spinners or these little pop buttons. I got one of those at the last trade show I was at 2 weeks ago, where
yep,
you're pressing little bubbles down. I don't really know what the point of it is, but it certainly is enjoyable. Uh,
exactly, that's the point right there.
so, to be on an airplane, I'm sure that somebody sitting next to me thought that I was really weird, but that's okay too. But anyway, so that process begins with them calling you and
Yep,
having a discussion, right?
it
And
all starts with a conversation.
so let's just go here. What might be the low end dollar amount that somebody might be able to affordably spend on an item to give away at a show? What's the lowest amount? Like
Oh, probably
25
like
cents, a dollar, or
you can probably do a pen for as little as 20 cents, but everything is going to be relative, and that's just it. You get 1,000 pens, you might be able to get a 25-cent pen or a 20-cent pen. If you're like, but I only need 100, then it's the cost per unit is going to go up because there's setup fees like that. But that's where the conversation goes. Are we looking to hand out something to 1,000 attendees at a trade show? Okay. And then we want to go with something that's a little less expensive because you're just handing it out and you're going to hit one in 10 or 20 that are going to start a conversation with you, maybe less than that. Or are you giving this to your client as a thank you? Totally different product. Now you're talking maybe a $8 or $10 pen, but if that
right,
client is worth thousands of dollars to you, you're a realtor, you're a title company, you're a school, and this person is spending thousands and thousands of dollars with you, and you're making good money. Handing them a $10 or $20 gift that has a perceived value of much more is the value is just endless and something that they use. I mean, I got this, as a gift once. It's and from the Leukemia Foundation. It's a nice metal. I'm gonna use this forever. It's a great water bottle that I'm gonna use forever and keep, and their name is branded every time I pick it up. But this
right.
wasn't expensive, so it just depends on what you want to do and what you're trying to get across. But
Yeah,
it all starts.
I think that you brought up a very valid point that a lot of people do buy promotional products as
Mhm.
thank you, which is completely different than luring somebody into a trade show
Correct.
booth.
Yep.
You are legitimately saying thank you,
Yep.
and to send a thank you with a 25-cent ink pen is really just counterintuitive to what you're doing. I mean,
You're
it
not saying thank you. You're saying, never mind. I'm not going to say what you're saying.
you're basically saying to somebody, "Hey, listen, I wanna say thank you, but, like, you're not worth that much, so
Right.
I'm just gonna give you this basic pen here,"
Right.
versus a pen that comes in a felt box that
Right.
has a snap open lid, and I mean, you feel like you're getting a cross pen set,
Yeah.
and maybe you really are. So if you're gonna do thank you gifts, don't go cheap, folks,
No.
and Kyle can really, really help you, like, he can set the budget for you or work with you on the budget and say,
Yeah.
"Hey, the most you have to spend is $8 per piece, let's find something nice for $8 a piece."
Yep.
Or he could even do a recommendation to say $8 is not for the type of industry you're in, $8 is not a realistic number. You need to be at
Yeah.
more $15. But
Yep.
I'm saying, folks, use Kyle's expertise. Now, we have Kyle and I'm going to say it's not Kyle and I. Our companies have a very unique relationship in the fact
Yeah.
that we process credit cards
Yep.
for My Bakersfield printer.
Yep.
Kyle is also the executive director of the Bridal Association, the Bridal Association of America,
Yep.
which Chosen Payments is the official credit card processor
Yes.
for. So we're doing a lot of business, a lot of commerce between the two companies, and we do so because we know that Kyle runs a reliable company that delivers great results. So,
Absolutely.
Kyle, as we begin to wrap up, um, I Hold on, hold on. I just saw something on my desk. You picked up something from behind you a minute ago. I found a business card here. I
I
don't know if you can see it. So Kyle makes business cards too, folks.
do.
This is
Yep.
my wife's business card for the Bakersfield Fire Department. It's a
Yep.
beautiful card and really affordable prices, I would say, if the
Yeah.
government's buying business cards from Kyle. So if you need business cards, I mean, maybe you've been buying from somebody in your own community. It might behoove you to get a rate from Kyle that might be half of
Well,
what you're paying right now. Who
and not
knows?
only that, but and just to touch on that for a second, there's the quality is you got your regular nice business cards, that you see everywhere around, but we have some unique ones that are ultra thick or metal or have foil or embossing or there's so many options out there. Again, it's all about presentation. If you're a restaurant and you're just putting your information out for the general manager, yeah, get a nice inexpensive business card, put it out there, let people pick it up. Going back to a realtor, you're selling $1 million home with a 6% commission. That person is your client. It cost you $1 for this business card, but you're handing them something that's saying, I'm worth it. I take pride in the things that I do, and here's my business card to prove it. You know,
Absolutely. Um, so I want to ask you something. I've been asking a lot of people that I'm interviewing this
Mhm.
question. We're coming out of COVID. Some people say we're still kind of in the pandemic, but for the most part, we're out of it.
Right?
How did COVID affect the printing and promotional products business? I would imagine, you had some
It
hard
was
hard effects. I mean, we didn't go to
yeah.
any trade shows.
No, yeah, it was devastating. Thank God thank God we're a small business. My daughter and I run this business, so we were able to survive and didn't have any employees to lay off. So it worked really well. But the businesses that we service were out of business. So, they weren't calling us because they didn't need business cards or they didn't need flyers because they weren't out there doing things. So our business kind of dried up for a while. But slowly, we continued to answer our phone. We continued to service the clients that did contact us, and it's coming back.
Mhm.
And we're weathering the time, and I think that's part of it. People see that we're strong and resilient and we stick around and we still answer our phones and we still take care of businesses, and so we built a trust there because we're not just oh, we can't make it, then we close down and got a job somewhere. We
Yeah,
stuck
I mean,
around.
we definitely experienced hard times, and we are a fairly large company, but
Yeah.
the industries that we serve, um, well, to start with, we generally attend 32 conventions a year,
Yeah.
and there were no conventions. So we weren't taking flyers, we weren't ordering promotional products,
Exactly.
we weren't going anywhere. And really connecting with our merchants as we had in the past. So, but we got to see, obviously the processing dollar volume of different entities or industries, and like the limousine industry
Yep.
was absolutely hammered. I
Yep.
mean, there were no corporate meetings, there were no conventions, corporate
Yep.
travelers weren't traveling anywhere. They were absolutely hammered.
Yep.
Home improvement sales shot through the roof as
Yep.
people were stuck home and they're doing landscaping projects, they're building ponds in their backyard.
Yep.
So we really saw an increase. And I mean, it's sad to bring this up, but we also we are very, very involved in the funeral industry, and the official credit
Yeah.
card processor for
Yep.
most state funeral directors associations, and we watched their business shoot up as well.
Yep.
So I mean, different businesses were impacted in very different ways, and
Yep.
I'm sorry that you ended up in the same boat that we did, that business just kind of ground to a trickle
Yep.
until we got past this. But anyway, in closing, anything you want to add or anything you
Well,
want to show us about your business? It's all
I
yours now.
I think probably for me, a couple of things that have come to light. One is communication. I mean, oh my God, I pick up the phone, I can get a hold of you, I can get a hold of the corporate office, I can get a hold of I can get a hold of just about anybody I want to. I really have never had to leave a message and wait and call back and say, "Hey, I left a message," and then call back. That's never happened. The communication has been spot on. And then I have needs that I think are unique, and maybe they are, maybe they aren't. We produce a couple of our own trade shows and stuff like that, and so we need to go out there and take a payment. But we're not doing this on a regular basis. We're not a restaurant that is needing mobile payments all the time. Like, we're not going out to tables every night and trying to get mobile payments. We're producing a show twice a year, or we're producing something, once here, once there, and they're, 6, 7 times a year, and we need to be able to take payments on the fly at a different location. And, you guys are the ones who came through. You said, no, we have a solution for that. We have a mobile solution. We can provide you with everything you need. And it's not where we need to have sales every day or 5 days a week or like that. It's once here, once there, and it worked flawlessly. It was perfect. But all I had to do was reach out, and that was the
I
best part.
love hearing that. And thank you, Kyle. You brought up something that, I probably tend to miss is that we ourselves have solutions. Just
Yeah,
ask us.
yeah,
And we love when customers come to us, as Kyle did one day, called me and said, "Hey, I'm going on the road. I'm going to do this. I need to take credit cards. I'm going to be out of town. What can we do?"
yep,
And, I took that to our team and we came up with a solution that obviously Kyle just shared went flawlessly for him. And sometimes things in your business get weird
yeah,
and you might need that. And as you were saying that, Kyle, you were talking about, going out on the road, but what about just if you have a retail store and between Thanksgiving and Christmas, you're just hammered and
yeah,
you need to open an additional check stand, but
yep,
you don't want to buy a whole cash register for
no.
2 months and then you're never going to use it again till next year. We have temporary solutions like that
I-
that we can set you up with.
you would think that, oh my gosh, you probably can't help me because this is really a weird request, and then you make the phone call and it's like, okay, maybe it's not that weird. I think it's weird because I don't know anybody else who does this, but I deal with people in my small sphere. You're dealing with people all over the nation. And so the likelihood that you've run into this before is actually pretty good. And you have a solution, which is really cool. I mean, that is what works for me.
Yeah, I do think that's really cool. And I mean, sometimes we come up with solutions that even
Yep.
surprise me.
Yep.
We had somebody call the other day that is processing credit cards in the nail salon industry and looking for something better. And wouldn't you know it, we have a product called Nail Soft that allows customers to book their own appointments with their own preferred hairdresser based on the hairdresser's availability, who puts that into the app, and it all ties together. And so, folks, if you have a odd dilemma like Kyle had, or
Yep.
a salon had, give us a call. We might have a solution for you. We will
Yeah.
have a solution for
We
you.
will have a solution. That's the
Yeah,
main.
anything else that you wanna add before we say goodbye?
Not really. I mean, honestly, if there's anything that anybody has there's nothing too weird. Try and surprise me. Call me and say, "Hey, this." Well, okay, maybe not, but call me. Let's see how I can help you, save you some
Yeah,
money, and make you some money. Don't think of it as spending money. Think of it as investing, because it's supposed to create a return on more than you spend, and that's
absolutely.
for.
And I would say that any money being spent with Kyle and My Bakersfield Printer is an investment in the marketing and
Yep,
branding of your company. It's
absolutely.
it's not an expense.
Nope.
It is a something that will help keep your company in the forefront of your
Yep.
customers' minds and potential customers.
Oh,
So thank you so much, Kyle. We've been speaking with Kyle Brown, the owner of My Bakersfield Printer, a very unique printer delivering a world of choice in printing and promotional products and more. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing valuable information. We'll put your email address right down
yeah.
here and we'll run that website address again for your promotional products as well. And thanks for joining us on The Scoop.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
All right, everybody. Have a great day. We'll see you next time on the next episode of The Scoop.